One of our favorite parts of the wedding day, just selfishly because we get to be really creative and have a lot of fun with you two as a couple, is the couple portraits. And one thing we want you to think about just in general is that this is an opportunity for you two to just be alone, be quiet, and enjoy each other's company on the wedding day. And we just love this part of the wedding day, just getting an opportunity to get to know you guys better and have some fun. And so we just want to talk about some ways to make the couple portraits as successful as they can be, so we can get some beautiful portraits of you two. You get to have that time to enjoy during your wedding day, to pause and slow down and just sort of make the day overall better for photography. So what's the first thing we want to talk about when thinking about your couple portraits?
First tip that we have to share, and you may have heard this before, but we really encourage this, is taking engagement photos, because that can really help you show up to your wedding day more comfortable and more aware of how everything's going to flow. In engagement shoots, you get the chance to get comfortable being on camera, first of all, being cuddly and having PDA. You might even have some guests on your wedding day watching you from afar, being all cute. You can kind of get rid of a lot of those nerves. It's just a really good opportunity to get used to having photos taken of you and getting the photos back and being like, oh, damn, we did end up looking good. We're going to do great on our wedding day.
And then, I mean, if you are potentially thinking about the engagement shoot, it gives you an opportunity to practice your posing. And if you haven't seen our posing guide video already, it's a really good opportunity to not only just get comfortable with the idea of an engagement shoot, but if you, can then also practice for your wedding day as well, looking at that posing guide. And then the next thing we want you to kind of think about is just the location of where you'll do your couple portraits on the wedding day. Kind of the most obvious one that we first sort of recommend is just sticking in and around your venue. We as your photographers will go to your venue or the location and just scout it out and make sure we have some spots in mind where we can go do a couple portraits of you after your first look, and then again maybe at sunset. And then another opportunity that might be sort of cool and unique is to look, and we'll do some of this work too, but look to see if there's a location that's 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, where if we have the time, we can drive there and you get even more beautiful and epic portraits. And so just be open to that concept and just see what's in and around your venue that might be even more special than what's there, even though that's the simplest option is just to stick to the venue.
Yeah, and then the next one to think about is just be ready to be spontaneous on your wedding day. You might be in the middle of talking to guests or just sitting down to eat dinner when the best lighting of the day is happening. And so your photographers, if it's us, we always are checking in. We always let our couples know beforehand that this is going to happen, but we're always checking in once that lighting is amazing. And you can't always plan it perfectly. We can always tell you during this hour range, this is when lighting will look best. But mountains being in the way or, obstacles of trees and your venue, we might not get a sense of exactly what it's going to look like at golden hour before your wedding day. So we'll be in the moment telling you hey, you ready to go jump outside for 10 minutes to get some couple portraits? And so we just encourage you to be spontaneous and ready to jump out of your seats to go get some awesome shots.
And then the last thing we want you to consider, and this is kind of a stretch option for you guys, but we've had a few couples do this where you do what's called a day after shoot. And that's, you've already gotten married, you wanted to spend the majority of your day with your guests and just sort of slowing down and actually just being in the moment during your wedding day. And then you get to go, and it requires a little bit of work because you have to do maybe your makeup, your hair, get back into your outfits, and it's just you have to do all that stuff again, and you're also really tired from your wedding day, but it's worth it in that we get to go to a really unique location, drive somewhere completely different, go to the cliffs, go to a mountain, go to wherever, and get some really beautiful portraits of you two with that full focus of photography, and not be rushing the process. So just a last sort of fun option to consider. We love doing that, but it's for those people who really are excited about photography and want to get some really epic pictures.
Okay, so hopefully these tips help you think through being ready to jump into couple portraits on your wedding day and being willing to trust your photographers to help you through the whole process. Again, you guys can go check out our posing guide to start practicing your poses so that you can feel even more comfortable on your wedding day with your couple portraits. But hopefully this gives you a really good preparation and sense of how this is all going to go.
And lastly, just this whole series is planning your wedding from the photographer's perspective. So if you haven't seen our other videos, check them out and you'll get a great sense of how to plan your wedding with photography in mind. And with that, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and check us out on Instagram at Eicher Photography, on YouTube at Eicher Photography, and go ahead and give us a follow. Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.